All right. So step number three, truth and consequences, is where you have gotten yourself in this process. I'm sure at this point you guys are doing a pretty good job of being aware of who you are and how you're showing up, and you guys are having new experiences, and you're just adding that experience like you would on a job resume. You can now look back and see these dates that you had, and I have no doubt you've done some pretty incredible things. So I want to congratulate you thus far. Now, what we're really going to start getting into are just some tools that you're going to carry along with you. Uh, Being aware, having that experience. Now, you guys are, it's we're kicking you out of the house, and you're going out into the world on your own. And so, um, the first tool I want to talk to you about is a term that I'm sure you've heard of before, but it's the wingman. The wingman is one of those things that if you haven't experienced working with a wingman, you've been missing out. Some of you may have been in situations where a buddy of yours acted as such and you just didn't call it that, which is fine. It's kind of just a silly little term that we use, but the wingman is such a powerful tool to have. So if you've got a friend that goes along with you to visit somebody, a woman that you're interested in, he's able to do a lot of the footwork for you. Um, he is someone that can boost you up and make you look good, and he fills in the voids, and he's really there as a support system. Wingmen are it's an art, oftentimes, and um, I'm an excellent wingman. I should offer my services as a wingman because I can get anybody what they want. I'm motivating, and I know how to push and urge you, prod you along in a way that's going to get you results without moving very quickly. And so the wingman can really even do 90% of the work. It's somebody who's there to assist you. Now, you've got to be aware there are those friends out there that are horrible wingmen, and they are going to try to interfere with you. And so it's like a lot of the positions that we've had before, in that you've got to have somebody at your side who is truly at your side, someone who supports you, a guy friend who loves you, someone who really truly cares about you. Um, what you're going to want to do with your wingman too is you are going to want to swap, um, turns, responsibilities. If he's a wingman for you, in a goal that you have, you get to show up for him as a wingman and as well, so that you can learn the process of how to support him. By reciprocating that with your wingman, you're both going to learn how to be a better wingman and how that person can be a better wingman for you. Now, this is something that we've been doing forever. You've been in situations, I'm sure, where you've had a friend with you who either made you look bad or destroyed the whole night, and you've had friends with you that made things very enjoyable, and they were very supportive and engaging, and they made the night a success regardless of what you were doing out there. It could be Oktoberfest, it could be at a club, it could be at a wedding, it doesn't matter, any setting. Wingmen are great, even if you're dropping in on a house call, which, really we should do a segment of that, because I do have quite a few thoughts and ideas about just dropping into somebody's house unannounced. There's definitely some boundaries there that we want to pay attention to. But the wingman is going to be one of the most powerful things that you have. I have assisted men, and I've told them in so many words, just be quiet. Just don't do anything. Do everything that I tell you to. And your buddy can actually be a coach, a mentor in that setting, telling you what to do, what to say, telling you things and showing you things that you're missing, getting those social cues down. So the wingman is another one of those things that it's simply a concept, and you can develop how you're going to utilize that concept. You can have strategies and things that you do to really implement that factor so that you're not out there alone, because there's a lot of situations where just going about it alone in and by itself is the wrong approach. having someone there with you shows that you're known. You know, you have a reference. You are you're not this lone ranger that doesn't have friends. You know, and so in a roundabout way, you check out her, even though she doesn't know your friend. As she gets to know that friend, there becomes a triangle there. So later on, when she says, "Yeah, I know, you know, Mr. A, but I also know Mr. B, and I know that Mr. B knows Mr. A," and so that support system is, you know, I'm going to throw in a bonus video. I wasn't going to do this because, again, I'm always telling you that there's information I want to withhold because I am really concerned with how it's going to be used. But I'm going to throw in a bonus video right after this one before we get into the next tool. I wasn't really counting on that, but we're going to call it the wing group. It's in some ways an immature thing, but it's the dynamic of it that I want you guys to understand. So I'm going to explain this to you here in just a moment. But tool one is gather those wingmen because I'm telling you, there's safety and strength in numbers.